Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Because Fuck You, That's Why is a founding member of the Odd Pods Media Network.
Hello and welcome to episode 266 of BFYTW titled Jabbo and the Steve.
I like it.
a.k.a. MC Test D's Nuts. Which I just learned is your rapper name.
Oh,
from episode 180, Smoke That Proper Rumpus.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Look at the research.
Damn, that was a call I
just listened to that this week in the car, in the commute, and I was like, how have I never heard this before? But I'm like, from now on, you are MC Testes Nuts.
I've totally forgot about that.
Sweet.
I love it. I got to bring that back. I should bring it back a rap.
Amazing.
Yeah, bars, man. White guys are doing a lot better these days.
Nowadays, yeah.
I mean, they were back then, but I mean,
all the oppression, and now we can finally rap.
M had to take a step down.
Yeah, yeah.
M had to start sucking for that to happen, but I mean, hey.
Yeah.
I'm only halfway good at Canadian rap, which is, C rap. So yeah.
I trip over my words a lot.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Unless you do mumble rap, man.
Oh my God.
Some mumble raps and shit. It'd be good.
Oh God.
I've never heard it, but I've heard of it. And it's just like, I'm just kind of afraid to listen to one. I'm just like, I just don't. I don't want to. It's not like ASMR or some shit.
It's pretty much just listening to the music and not the actual.
It's more like
lyrics.
ASMR at that point.
Yeah. Dude, I'm Generation X. I can't tell you anything good about mumble rap. I know in the world of a hip hop fan, that's probably one of the most sacrilegious things to say because it's like, oh no, it takes all hype. Yeah, but no, I was born in '79, dude. Yeah, there's no there. I was raised in there, the Jay-Z's and the Biggies and the Nas's and the Snoops. And yeah, there's no way on God's green earth anybody like what YAN23445 hyphen is like the hottest nigga in the streets right now. Right. Doesn't work for me.
100% fair. No thanks. Anyway, if you can't tell, either from the title or from his beautifully silky voice, our special guest this episode is Jabbo. Hey, Jabbo, what's going on?
What's going on? What's up? What's up?
What's up, sir? Long time no hear. Long time no see, man.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. That's probably our fault. We should.
That's our fault.
No, it's okay.
Invite him to be on more often, but I understand you're busy as well.
Yeah, this episode came at the most fantastic time because literally one of my peoples has been begging. This is so weird. Has been begging me maliciously to stop fucking around and watch Cobra Kai.
Oh, nice.
So you guys are literally my break between season 1 and season 2, and I'm like, wow. Because I mean it's working, but no, yeah, there's been a lot of shit I've been working on. I don't know. I keep every time I'm on here, I have like this 90-year speech about I'm gonna get better, and then I just keep inventing shit for myself.
It's getting better, man.
but at least I can say Ruckus Juice is on point, and that's because I have hands down, and I'm not hating on any person I've ever worked with, had a show with, but hands down, Igo is the shit, dude. Like, oh my God, the time that guy puts in to make that show a success is it's a fucking unparalleled. I mean, wow. Like when I tell you there's chunks. Like every time we named something Flavor Camp, it's because he was working a graveyard shift. He's an air traffic controller, and he would literally go in on his breaks And during his breaks at like 2:30 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, shit like that, we'd come in and we would record pieces, and then I'd edit and piece them together later, or he'd have time to sit and do them all. And we did this. The longest run we had was for 6 weeks. So like we ran 6 weeks of recording. Some nights we would, some nights we wouldn't. But that dude does amazing shit to make proper Rumpus look good and to make Ruckus Juice work. So yeah, absolutely. That's been the biggest thing that I've been happy about. No matter how busy I've been, that has stayed constant. So I'm good.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's fucking cool, man.
Ruckus Juice is awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I guess that'll be our intro question. Like, considering Cobra Kai, what are you watching? As for me, your host, Pantsus Aaron, I can tell you, I got Amazon Prime just so I could watch Leverage Redemption because there is no other show that I can think of that depicts rich people doing dirty things and then getting their comeuppance for it.
Good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Seeing rich people get screwed out of all their money or their companies or what have you.
Watch
because they did
Spartacus.
something shitty. Is enormously cathartic in these modern times. So I absolutely needed it. And I'm like, fuck it. I hate Amazon, but I'll spring for Prime just to watch this fucking show. Because god damn it, I need it right now.
Just keep making free trials.
Yeah.
Just keep making up new emails. Fuck them.
They just started season 3, and I think there's 4 episodes out. But
oh, nice.
There will be more, and I'm looking forward to the rest of them. Anyway, and also playing along with us today, he's a gamer and a storyteller. He used to be my youngest friend. Now he's just Augie.
Hey,
Augie, what's up?
There they are.
Oh, they actually showed up?
No, they were here before. They just forgot to cheer for me.
Oh, you gotta put the sign up.
They remembered to cheer for you. They forgot to cheer for me. And Jabbo, I think.
No, they cheer for him.
That's
right,
okay.
Is it cheer for Iron?
It's just me who doesn't deserve it.
I'll go back and listen.
Augie,
I just don't think you're hearing them.
Augie,
They're being very quiet about it today.
shut the fuck up. What are you watching?
Yes.
Oh, now you want me to talk? Okay.
Yes!
Let's see. What
when
am
I ask
watching?
you a question, then you speak.
Yes, that's usually how it works, isn't it? Well, let's see here. What have I been watching lately besides you mauled? I've been watching anime. We got access to Crunchyroll again, so we've been trying to catch up on some anime that we haven't watched before that we've been hearing about. We watched one that was
all the new ones that came up, like Solo Leveling. Fucking, I've been resurrected as a slime.
Yeah, that one time I was.
That one's amazing.
Reincarnated as a slime, and then like I was recommended watching Overlord and like something else.
Wow.
But we also started watching Dragon Ball again because
Oh Jesus.
Super.
yeah. Well, we watched Super, but I'm thinking about going back and watching Z again.
Oh,
So much there's so much Dragon Ball.
There's a lot of Dragon Ball.
There's too much Dragon Ball.
They're still going.
There's like Dragon Ball Budokai or some shit. Or Bukaki. I don't fucking know.
Wasn't Budokai the fighting games? For
Maybe.
Yeah, that was a fighting game. I think there's a new one out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've seen it at the tourneys like Evo.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Blue Flash or something.
finally, he is a veteran and a podcaster, and weirdly, he's also a veteran podcaster. It's Stevie.
Hello. How is everybody this afternoon?
And I feel like you've already answered this question, but what have you been watching?
Aside from the anime stuff, I've been watching Peacemaker again in preparation for the new season coming out. Because I'm like John Cena, I could have him or leave him. Don't really care one way or the other. He's okay, but whatever. But in this role, holy fuck! And then having I don't know if anybody's seen it, Vigilante. He's probably like my favorite character in the whole thing. But everybody, the chemistry between all the characters is fucking amazing, and it's a gory action, quote unquote, superhero type movie with a lot of comedy in it, and I like it. And the writing's witty as fuck.
Peacemaker is frigging fantastic.
Yes, and they let them improv, dude.
And it is absolutely a testament to the fact that I'm telling you right now, there is not. I want somebody to test this theory. There's nothing that James Gunn can't get to work. I get the fact that he's like, oh, look, we're fractured and we're all family and somehow we'll grow to love each other. I get the fact that that's the theme for every fucking movie that he touches. But the fact that he seriously had a Suicide Squad movie where people fight a starfish and it worked, dude, Peacemaker's excellent. I'm looking forward to season 2 as well.
Dude, me too. I'm so excited. I just been going on YouTube
He's
and
doing
watching
Superman
clips.
now, isn't he?
He's doing super. Him and Peter Seraphine are the heads of DC. What do they call it? DC Studios or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're in control of everything. Creature Commandos was the series that came out animated. That was pretty good. They just wrapped filming on Supergirl. Superman's coming out. The Green Lantern series, Lanterns, is coming out, and they're describing that as like True Detective meets comic book. Dude, they've got the ball rolling on a lot of shit.
They need him to like fix the cinematic shit. Bad.
Yeah, and the thing is, they have like 12 or 13, probably more than that, but they have like 12 or 13 projects about to come out. There's a lot of shit they got coming down the pipe.
So hopefully, they just don't go too far into each.
Well, gentlemen, shall we play some games?
Fuck yes, dude. Games are awesome.
All right. Since there's an odd number of contestants today, we're going to play Cutthroat. Everybody for themselves.
Oh, sweet. I like it.
So our first game is going to be Like, Share, Block. I've got 3 news stories. All you got to do is tell me which one I would like, which one I would share, and which one I would block on social media. There is one for each news story, and there is only one correct combination. We're going to go over all 3 news stories in a row first, and then you guys are going to tell me what you think. So our first story: horny woodpecker vandalizing cars all over Massachusetts. So, starting in late February, somebody started vandalizing cars around Rockport, Massachusetts.
Okay.
When leaving for work in the morning, people started finding that somebody had broken their car's side mirrors or windshields. And it wasn't a couple of isolated incidents. To date, at least 25 vehicles have fallen victim to this vandal.
So it's a serial criminal.
Yes, it is. However, nobody spotted anything or anyone suspicious, nor were there any traces or clues around the vehicles. It was as if the person could descend from the skies, break a mirror, and then fly away. Well, that was exactly what they were doing, because the vandal is not a person, but a male pileated woodpecker.
That dick.
Rockport resident Janelle Favaloro, 59, was one of, if not the first person in town to identify the rampaging car vandal. Her car got smashed first, and she suspected her husband, who then blamed their son.
Oh, that's fucked up.
But then
fucked up.
her brother-in-law's car parked next to her house got vandalized as well, and this time she saw the culprit perching on top of the car.
Oh, no.
She wrote a social media post saying, "There's been a vandal breaking vehicle mirrors. He's described as 18 to 24 inches tall, wearing black and white with a red hat." Of course, she is describing the bird's look.
All right.
Once neighbors knew what to look for, they figured out it was actually the woodpecker who was damaging all their cars. And it turns out it's because he's horny. And he doesn't want any male competitors going after the lady woodpeckers in the area.
Yep.
However, there really aren't any male woodpeckers around. The only ones he's seen has been his own reflection.
That makes sense. It makes
Shit
sense.
you would not think about.
Like, what a little
does
pecker,
happen.
man. Like, what the fuck?
And this story was big enough to hit the New York Times.
Well, yeah, just 20-something vehicles.
I mean,
Like, fuck that little bird. Dude, if I had my sports car and shit, and I came out and that shit was broke, I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, whatever, stone. Happened again or some shit? No. I'm like, that's malicious. That bird has to go.
I mean, you hear
Capture it and get it out.
most people that do that, like vandalize vehicles, stuff like that. When you hear about their offenses, it's usually like in the small teens or whatever. It's never like in the
Not that many.
yeah, never that much.
Fucking birds.
It's usually caught way before then.
See, that's why the government's replacing all these birds with those robot birds that survey, just to make sure shit like this don't happen again. Go government Overwatch. We're on your side.
Ah!
I'm not.
Jesus. Don't.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
An animal specialist from Brown University with the greatest name ever, Matthew Fuxjager.
No way. Nuh-uh.
Fuxjager. Told the New York Times that they're a ferocious bird and they're really strong. It is the biomechanical equivalent of a hammer.
Yeah. I can believe it. That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. Do you think you could train woodpeckers to,
No.
Oh.
Jabbo, any thoughts?
I'm still at the part where you were reading about how many cars.
Yeah, 25.
And I'm pretty sure that Stevie's reaction was, "Oh God!" And I'm like, "Why did you just sound like we just found out like a kid got hit by a car or something?" I'm like I mean, 20 is a crazy number, but you said that shit like it was devastatingly terrible. Like we just found out like a tsunami took out China. You're like, there is no Jesus. I'm like,
right? I like
dude,
cars.
like, dude, there's side views, man. I think that's an awesome story. I think whoever wrote that, I immediately, every time I listen to the show and every time I'm part of it, I'm automatically like, where the fuck do you find this shit? Either I need to live closer to New York, because no bullshit, on days that I'm like too busy with my daughter to post positive stuff, I would love to post random stories like this. I'm like, horny woodpecker fucks the shit out of cars. I'm like, who doesn't want to see that? You know what I'm saying? It's like you wake up to Trump. It's like, Jesus Christ, must. Woodpecker fucks the shit out of a car. You're like, yep, I'm there.
That's the one I'm clicking on.
You know what I'm saying? It writes itself. You're like,
yes.
Yeah.
And I love the fact
that the background never ends.
And I love the fact that the story is so well written that there's a build up to it before you find out. Like, you read the title, so you know it's coming. But the story, you're just like, oh, I know it's the bird. It's like, dude, I'm telling you, it's the bird. Dude, it's the bird. It's the bird. And then it's like, it's the bird. And you kind of do like a silent fist pump. Yeah.
I got you.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoy our remaining stories as much. Let's move on to story number 2.
Yes.
Number 2, drunk chimpanzees prove getting crunk with friends actually older than humans.
I believe it.
I mean,
I 100% believe that.
So, to see what the chimpanzees at the Cantenhez National Park in the small western African country of Guinea-Bissau get up to, a team led by the University of Exeter set up motion-activated cameras in the park's forests, and the cameras caught behavior that nobody had documented before. The chimpanzees would gather around fallen fruit of the African breadfruit tree.
Yes.
After checking their remains, the team confirmed that these fruits had begun fermenting and had turned alcoholic. And in the videos, the chimps break the fruits apart and then pass the pieces around to their friends, like handing out cold ones at a barbecue.
Yes.
Of course, nature is crazy, and anything unusual happening once in it is a coincidence. However, the researchers saw this happening at least 10 times.
Oh, shit, yeah. It's a weekly issue.
So the apes passed a bunch of fruit around. What's the big deal? Well, it's weird because chimpanzees don't tend to share their meals. They don't share food. They get kind of territorial about it. So Dr. Kimberly Hawkins said chimps don't share food all the time, so this behavior with fermented fruit might be important. The fact that the fruit was alcoholic is another oddity because animals don't tend to intentionally get drunk, with some exceptions, as being drunk is a great way to get killed in nature.
Yeah.
in general, really.
To be fair, the breadfruits aren't exactly tequila. According to the researchers, the highest measured level of alcohol in the fruit was 0.61%, about as much as you would get in orange juice.
Okay.
That said, it's unlikely the chimpanzees are aiming to get drunk. But to be fair, we don't know how alcohol affects chimpanzees. Maybe they're real lightweights.
And they are lighter than us.
Yeah.
By a lot. Like a quarter of our weight.
They're also more active, so they would be going into their bloodstream a lot more
quicker.
faster.
But we do know that they are related to humans, and for humans, drinking alcohol leads to a release of dopamine and endorphins, and the resulting feelings of happiness and relaxation. So
this next step is like, here's a crown. Let's see what they do with this shit.
We've already
they're passing it along, guys. Okay, it's the alcohol. It's 100% the alcohol.
So we've already found like evidence of them using like tools. Like a lot of them have already basically have met like the prerequisite of the Stone Age.
Yes.
And so it would make sense that they'd also find something that would actually help, like purposely make them feel better, like we would. And also, yeah, it would make sense also that they've been doing it a lot longer than possibly even humans. I don't know where in the evolutionary chart where humans and lemurs land, but lemurs will lick bugs to get high.
That's true. That's fucking amazing. Lemurs are awesome.
So
they're like, let's just get dude. Check this out. Lick it. Just leak it. Just a little bit. Just leak it. You're gonna love it. Like I want to be a lemur. When I get reincarnated, a lemur sounds awesome.
Why? Like of everything in the universe, like why?
Anything else?
Oh, that
Like were you shooting for a dolphin till you find out that they're like rapist assholes?
Yeah, dude, they're good.
Do you realize how much of an asshole they are?
Holy fuck, they are. Yeah,
when you found out the dolphins are pretty much like any fucking 80s villain from the Revenge of the Nerds movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, the fucking dolphins are just humans of the fucking ocean. That's all they are.
I think all organisms have a way to get fucked up. I think I can't, but I don't know, man. Everybody keeps, there's so many things that separate us from this and separate us from that and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. There's a part of me that believes that there's at least some common thread that most organisms have. And I'm not gonna hang my hat on the wolves the fuck they're all like get fucked up. And I mean, it's not exactly that far fetched, but like, I mean, I mean, there's instances of insects doing it. Like you said, lemurs do it. There's been tons of instances that you could Google and find where different creatures have been known to eat something that makes them feel a little funny or drink something that makes them feel funny, that kind of shit. So for me, it's not that far fetched. I mean, especially since I'm one of those ignorant people that thinks that everything that was in Planet of the Apes is like real. So I've seen him ride horses and create a society. So getting drunk isn't really that fucking impressive to me.
Right.
Give it another 1,000 years, maybe it'll be.
I've seen you guys take down Woody Harrelson and speak and ride horseback, motherfucker. Having a beer does not impress me.
Fair.
That's awesome.
Let's move on to.
This is why you're not on the show a lot.
This is why we need you to have you more often.
Right, this is why you need to be on the show more.
Story number 3. Man sinks waist deep in quicksand. Scores a girlfriend.
In the sand?
Technically, yes.
Whoa.
The man was out on a sunset walk on a Lake Michigan beach with his coworker. The two absolutely positively were not officially dating, but were only out to gather some Leland blue stones, which typically populate on the beach. Apparently, it's like slag from a factory nearby.
Oh, okay.
But when crossing the ground in front of a water runoff, the man suddenly sank waist deep into the wet sand. He tried to free himself, but to no avail. After struggling for a while, they realized it was time to call for help. They both called 911 separately. The man said, my girlfriend's also calling 911 on the other line. And the girl said, my boyfriend's trapped in quicksand. And once the two of them had said those words, it was pretty much undeniable. Their relationship had become, quote unquote, Facebook official.
Oh, that's how they gave it to the 911 operator was the first one to know, not their friends.
Right. Well, I don't think even they knew until they both referred to themselves that way. In any event, rescuers quickly arrived and pulled the man free of the quicksand trap.
Slow sand.
He was fine. Yeah.
Not that quick.
I think it only went up to his waist. I don't think it was any deeper than that.
Typically quicksand pits are not that deep.
Yeah.
They catch small animals.
It's getting stuck in it and like dying from starvation or dehydration is what the real killer from it is. Or if you accidentally like slip or something.
All you want to do is try to get on your belly, like flatten yourself and start walking like a crab. And then it'll start moving and shimmying up. You got to get as much surface area on top of the sand as possible.
Are we being Stevied?
No, 100%.
No, that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's how you get out.
It's like with ice. If you don't want it to crack underneath you,
I was
the more
scared of
surface
quicksand.
area you have.
Anytime
the less
Stevie
likely...
confidently says something that I don't know, I immediately go,
Oh, that's fair.
He's Stevieing me.
No, that's fair.
You got to distribute your weight so you don't sink.
Yeah, I'll tell you survival shit. That stuff's real.
Fair enough. Jabbo, any thoughts?
To be honest, I'm like, wow, Augie knows a lot about fucking quicksand. Like, this motherfucker went into fucking, what's his name? Sam Neill Jurassic Park mode. He's just like, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
The thing is, you get stuck and you die from starvation. It's not like when you were a child and you thought it was going to engulf you totally and you'll never see the light of day again. It's not big. You'd have a fucking sandwich because you can't move. I'm like, dude, like, I know now the odds of it ever happening, because like apparently that's one of the things that scared the shit out of you when you were a kid. It's like quicksand's gonna fuck you up, nigga. Like even in the black community, community,
Like, you're gonna
yeah.
die.
Even in the black community, I don't know
fact they
if
could pull
anybody
off
that looks like me has ever told you this. Yes, quicksand was a threat to us too. It wasn't just drugs; it was
In
quicksand
the
as well.
fucking
Because
city and shit.
apparently in the hood, it's like, hey nigga, watch
Where
out
there's
for,
no
for
sand.
random, watch out for drive-bys and quicksand. My nigga, like, I got you, dog.
Grass, let alone
But I was like, Augie knows a lot about quicksand. It's
Wait, like there's no sand
fair,
out here either.
it's all concrete.
Yeah, that's grass.
Augie knows a lot about a lot.
Yeah, he
And,
does. He went to college.
his
He's a
depth of
college-
knowledge
I know a lot about a
educated.
lot, but I really don't know
is
anything.
impressive, but he doesn't speak. He didn't used to speak up often. Now he speaks up all the time.
Yeah, now you can't shut me up.
it's awesome. I love it so
In
much.
any event, that's all three news stories.
Okay.
So we have the horny woodpecker vandalizing cars all over Massachusetts. Drunk chimpanzees prove getting crunk with friends is actually older than humankind. And man sinks waist deep in quicksand and scores a girlfriend in the process. Jabbo, you're our guest, so I'm going to let you go first. What do you think the correct combination is here?
Jesus. I say share the fucking woodpecker, block the chimpanzee, and like the actually, yeah, and I'll stay with it and like the quicksand.
Okay. Share blog like. All right. Out of Augie and Stevie, I can't remember which one of you won a game last, but I'm going to say it was Stevie. So Augie, I'm going to give you the choice.
Okay.
You can keep one of Jabbo's, but you have to swap the other two.
And what was his? It was share
block like.
share block.
I said share Blake lock.
Like lock.
Sherry bike lock.
I think honestly, I think it's in order. I think it's like share block.
You think it's like share block?
Yeah,
Interesting.
like the
Okay.
woodpecker, share the chimpanzees, and block the quicksand.
Okay, interesting. And finally, Stevie, you have to have a separate answer from the other two. But again, they both went their own way, so you can pick one of them and then stick one of them the same and swap the other two. Or you can block the first story, in which case you can do whatever you want with the other two.
Oh, I gotta share the first
So many
one.
combinations.
Okay, so you're
Gotta
going to
be
share the
sure.
first one,
Yeah,
which
I
means
have to.
you're going to like the drunk chimpanzees and block the quicksand
Yeah.
girlfriend. Okay. Well, I am pleased to say that it does not matter because Jabbo got it right out of the
Yeah,
gate.
nice.
Really?
Absolutely correct.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I shared the horny woodpecker because goddamn, that's funny.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%. Yes.
Instant share.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to share that. That's great. Drunk chimpanzees, it's kind of cute, but I actually thought the guy and the girl accidentally calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend and now they're together is kind of cute.
It is kind of.
So I threw them a like.
It's just because you're older now.
Yeah, it is because I'm older
If
now.
this is when we
and
started this show, you'd have been like, "This is fucking obnoxious.
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
block this shit."
I've dropped a lot of the bitterness
Yeah.
about being single, and now I just enjoy it. So
That's fair.
I don't know. That third story just works though, because like even with the childhood thing, you're like, oh man, you thought as a kid that you were immediately just gonna die in
Yeah.
quicksand. But then this dude not only doesn't die, he gets a girlfriend out of it. Come on, man. That's gold right there. They need to have a kid immediately, so that's the story.
in the
Yes.
movies, the hero or his girlfriend would get caught in this quicksand, or they both would get caught together. They'd get pulled out, and they'd wind up in love in the end. So it works. It all works.
This is made up and staged. I call it fake news.
I just can't wait for the
It is
first
a real news
chimpanzee
story.
bar.
You can see.
Oh my god! Do you think we'll let it? Do you think they'll let us in?
No,
No.
Oh,
no humans allowed.
we're gonna have to sue those little monkeys.
So that's discrimination.
Oh, they're apes.
Against
aren't they?
humans. They're great apes.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Anyway,
Not that great.
Jabbo scores the first episode point. It is 1-0. However, there's plenty of game left, and
Yeah.
game 2 is worth 2 episode points. We're gonna play it right after this.
If you like fun, then you're going to love the Beard Owl Podcast. It's a podcast where we talk about two of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al. And frankly, we talk more about Weird Al than anything because he's the gift that keeps on giving. So join us as we talk through Weird Al's career, what he means to us, and we have some very special guests on to discuss the magic that is Alfred Matthew Yankovic. Beard Al, part of the Odd Pods Media Network.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey man, welcome back. We got some stuff from you guys, including at least one voicemail, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to it.
Yeah.
Damn, Ricky is such a good book, Aaron. But why the hell did you have to do Jamie like that, even if it worked so good with the story? Oh, damn, love you guys.
That was Bill.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that was Bill.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, Stevie knows. He's read the.
No.
You read the first chapter, didn't you?
I was waiting. No, I'm waiting until I have a break.
Okay.
Since I've been at work all this time, it's just me running the whole kitchen, so I haven't had rest time.
But you read the first sentence.
And I put the book down. I was sad and angry at the same time.
I was like, okay.
And intrigued still.
Now you know what you're in for. I've warned you countless times.
I know, but every time...
And at least he didn't say nothing.
I know, every time Yeah, that's true. Thank you so much, Bill. Every time I look at the fucking book, it's I lay in my bed, my book is on the opposite shelf of mine. There's Thane, there's like my printer, Thane's right there on top of it, and then Reika's on top of that. And I'm looking at it all the time like I wanna, but I'm in bed right now. I do not want to read this before I go to bed. I see it every single night.
That's
fair.
fair.
It's like, no, we'll see.
Stevie, you said we had something else as well. Is it a comment or an email?
We got an email.
Lie.
This is some online podcast thing that takes like metrics and shit.
What the fuck?
Yes.
So
Okay.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yes. So Aaron, do you want to read what that says?
Okay, so according to this group, PodSEO, which I guess is SEO, when listeners search for Ziva David on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, because fuck you, that's why podcast appears as the 18th result. But did you know it's also the 22nd result for Bicoastal and the 30th result for Fictional Detectives? I mean, that is fair. We talk about fictional detectives a lot on this show.
I get that.
But Ziva David?
That is... Ziva David was part of, like, one episode with the Bicoastal... was it On the Lanai? We did a game where I replaced the members of the Golden Girls with three, powerful women, and one of them was Ziva David.
I was so confused when I got
I think
this.
Ziva David was Betty White, and it was just like, so people had to buzz in and say Ziva David like 3 or 4 times.
So
I was
that
like,
might be why.
I don't know. So I was like, well, now I gotta look up Ziva David.
Now we've mentioned it like 6 more times, so it's just gonna go up. It's just gonna go up.
I went to Apple Podcast and put it in, and we did show up. Right the fuck there. And I'm like, okay, that's fucking awesome. So I was a little giddy about that. That made me happy.
That's funny. That is delightful. All right.
Oh yeah.
But if that's everything for this week,
that's everything.
All right, let's get back to the games.
Cool.
Augie, hit it. Hey man, welcome back. It's time for game 2. Game 2 is going to be the cost is correct. I've got 5 items here that recently went up for auction, and all our players got to do is bid as close as they can to the final auction price of these items without going over, and try and win as many listings as they can. The player who's won the most out of 5 listings after all 5 listings are done will win the game and earn 2 episode points. If there's a tie, they'll both get the points. All right. It's pretty simple. We are going to go in order, and Stevie and Augie, you both lost the last game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave it to, well, I let Augie go first last time, so Stevie, I'm going to give it to you.
I thought we were gonna do.
I'm going to give it to you, Stevie. Yeah. What would you like to be first, second, or last to bid this first round?
I'll be last, please.
You'll be last. Mm-hmm. Okay. In that case, Jabbo will be first, and Augie will be second. So we'll just go in that order, and we will rotate as the listings go on. So everybody will get a chance to be first, second, and third as we go on. But let's get started with our first item up for bids. It's this beautiful wood carving. The Casey Edwards Shelf Sitter Woodpecker carving is designed and weighted to sit on the edge of a wooden shelf without falling off, and it's part of the Casey's Shelf Critters collection. This listing can be yours if the cost is correct. Jabbo, what would you like to bid for this beautiful wood carving?
Let's start her at $5.
$5 says
That's
Jabbo.
a good start. That's a good start.
That's
$5.
That's tough.
Augie, what would you like to
Incredibly
bid?
horny woodpecker. $50.
I didn't say how it was perching on the ledge. Augie bids
or with what? $50.
$50 bids Augie. Stevie.
I'll go $100.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, going rich.
Handmade, baby.
Okay, well, I look forward to your reaction. The actual final bid for this wooden woodpecker. $2,103. Stevie wins the listing.
Wow, I got that $2,000 thing for $100, baby. Yeah, what
I
up?
need to figure out my fucking wood carving woodpecker life.
Right? It was very realistic looking.
$5? Why weren't you insulted?
I'm never sold for
It's
that.
not mine. I didn't put it up. I'm not going to be insulted on behalf of
They're
somebody
just
I
putting
don't
up
know.
fucking little fucking wooden woodpeckers. Why is nobody buying this shit for $2,000?
Man, those erotic pieces sell so much.
I don't think I own anything that costs $2,000.
Do I have that guy down here?
$1,000 for every ball sack.
He's got
that
multiple
the
ball
bird
sacks.
doesn't have, because that's not how it works.
All right. Let's move on to our second item up for bids. This time, Augie, you're going to bid first, and Jabba, you'll bid last.
Does but doesn't.
Our second item up for bids is this collectible comic book. The Adventures of Rex the Wonder Dog, issue number 4, features the first appearance
of
Detective Chimp.
What?
Rated at a 7 out of
Seeing
10
a
by the CGC. This listing goes to whoever bids closest to the final auction price without going over. Augie, start us off.
Detective Chimp, huh? I'm going to start at 500.
Augie bids 500. Stevie.
I was not expecting Detective Chimp. I was not at all.
Yeah, do you know how it ended?
He was expecting Woody Woodpecker.
I
weren't
was.
you?
I 100% was, too.
No.
how
I didn't make these all about woodpeckers.
You know how it ended, Stevie? Alcoholism.
As it has so many times before. I'm going to go with $1,200.
$1,200
Yeah.
says Stevie. Jabbo.
$25.
Nice.
$25.
I'm terrible at this game, so yeah. There.
I'm not much better.
Well, listen, the bidding low thing has worked before. There have been multiple cases of our people bidding way too high. So we'll see if it works out.
Let's not make me feel better about being a terrible person. I'm playing. I'm playing.
The actual final auction price of this 7.0 out of 10 comic, $3,500. Stevie wins again.
Jesus. See, I'm bad.
When you said 25, I thought you were going to say $2,500.
That's what I
and I was
thought,
like,
too.
he's going to clinch it. But
No,
nope, just $25.
I didn't watch this. The next one, I'm gonna fucking shoot through the roof. I'm gonna be over by like a G1/2.
It's going to feel like
see.
$7.
Yeah,
It's like original Bazooka Joe comic, like 25, 50,000.
All right, our third item up for bids, and this time Stevie will bid first,
Oh,
and Augie
shit.
will bid last.
Okay.
Our third item up for bids is this impressive natural crystal. This 28-pound anhydro crystal contains trapped pockets of water and quicksand that constantly move throughout.
Oh, neat.
And this beautiful listing can be yours if the cost is correct. Stevie, you start us off.
Dude, I would so pay like $75 at a fucking like flea market, yo.
$75 is your bid?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Jabbo.
It sounds like the biggest, most awesome Marvel ever.
Right?
Fuck. Damn. Damn it. I'm all shook at 150. Like, I wanted to say like 10,000, but this is gonna be like $5 and feel dumb. But we'll go 150.
$150 says Jabbo. Augie.
I got nothing clever to say about this. $950.
$950 says Augie.
It's just a thing with sand in it.
But it moves all the time on its own.
Okay.
You don't read stuff like
Get a
that
lava
unless
lamp.
it's special. it's a natural lava lamp, though, in 28-pound rock form.
Yeah, melt through that glass.
I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. The final auction price of this massive 28-pound anhydro crystal is $5,000. Augie wins that listing.
That's fucking bullshit.
$5,000 for that, huh?
Yep.
You don't even
to be
want it.
fair,
You sat there and talk shit about it.
I looked up one of these things on YouTube, and it actually looks kind of cool.
Does it?
It does. I would love to have one of these in my house. And this one was like this by this. It was huge.
Damn. I'm like, yeah,
humongous.
$75. I'd buy that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd buy it too for $75.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying,
apparently
Give
a
me
steal
20.
and a half.
Give me $20 and a ride to Home Depot, and I'll make you one. They got sand there.
I can do that shit.
I can put sand in a glass case.
Yeah. Sell it to you for $5,000.
It's working for some people. Our next item up for bids is this collectible figure. The Super Alloy Mecha Gorilla depicts a solid steel gorilla-shaped robot, but is actually a soft vinyl figure. One of a limited run of 250, this figure was designed by famous artist Hirota Saigansho, and this listing goes to the one of you who bids closest to the final auction price without going over. This time, Jabbo, you start us off.
$650.
$650 says Jabbo. Augie.
That's good.
I'm thinking it's actually up in the thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4,500.
Oh,
4,500, and Stevie says fucker.
I'm sorry, but that is not a numerical value.
Some it is.
What do you want to do, Stevie?
800.
800. Just cutting over Jabbo like a dick.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's
trying to be like
very,
the Peckers here.
That's very Price is Right of you.
Yes, it is.
The actual final auction price of this item, $6,481. Augie wins that listing as well.
Good job, boy.
Yeah, I'm thinking the rest of these are going to be in the thousands, guys.
You just have a mailbox full of shit you don't want.
Right?
I put shit up on eBay for.
I mean, the Mecha Gorilla is kind of cool.
Not $6,000 gold.
Not for 60.
No.
That's the shit that you're gonna be like, I can go to Home Depot for $20. Yeah.
Like my own Mecha Gorilla.
And it'd be a one-of-a-kind item. Anyway, our final item up for bids is this dental appliance. The Woodpecker Smart Laser Plus dental diode therapy device.
What? No.
It's a toothbrush.
Can be used in fields of dental soft tissue surgery with basically no bleeding during the operation, resulting in minimal swelling and faster recovery. And this listing can be yours if the cost is correct.
Wait, they're selling dental equipment online?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, there's just a nigga sitting around like, man, I got too many of these in my garage.
Fell off my truck.
Yeah, it's like the
Augie,
fuck.
you're first up.
Don't you hate it when you have like 5 of these things just laying around?
Oh, this damn X-ray tech equipment.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Augie, what do you bid?
Let's see. I think it's close to $6,000.
$6,000?
Yeah.
Okay, says Augie. Stevie.
$9,000.
$9,000 says Stevie Jabbo.
Oh my.
$32K.
Oh,
$32,000.
dental equipment, man. State of the art mouth equipment.
All that laughing gas.
And
I
you
don't know,
have
dude.
all gone over. All three of you went over. For once, I was hoping Jabba was going to say $32, and he would have won it. He would have won it. In any event, we have to start over. Augie, give me a bid lower than $6,000, please.
$32.
$2. I'll say $37.
$37.
$37. Stevie.
You fucker. This is a dental pick thing. I don't know. $210.
$210.
Apparently, I was off by my giant 9,000.
Jabbo.
$211.
There you go.
There it is.
That is how you play the game.
I had to.
Yep.
The actual final auction price of this laser plus therapy device
Augie's
is
gonna win it.
$5,499.
Holy
Jabbo
fuck.
wins that listing
Nice.
with $211.
The dick move worked.
The dick move
I
worked.
can start performing surgery in people's mouths.
Well, with that we've reached the end of game 2, and Jabbo has 1 listing, but Augie and Stevie have 2 listings each, which means they share the win and each get 2 episode points.
Oh, fuck. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to have to split the 2 points.
Nope.
We each got 1.
So the score, as it currently stands, Jabbo has 1 point, Augie has 2, and Stevie has 2. But there is 1 game left. Our third and final game is gonna be worth 3 episode points, and we're gonna play it right after this.
Hey, you there. We've got a question for you. Are you tired of clickbait stories and the loudest voices driving discussions in culture and entertainment?
If so, I'm Dylan.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Corey. And we host the podcast From the Middle. We're middle-class guys living in the middle of America, in the middle chapters of our lives with points of view somewhere in the middle.
We take a more reasonable and centrist approach in our discussions covering genres like comedy, culture, entertainment, and interviews, with really interesting folks like business owners, comic creators, doctors, news anchors, New York Times best-selling illustrators, professional stand-up comics, and more. We really value a relaxed and conversational podcast, one that we hope is so fun and laid back, you'll forget you're not actually hanging out with us.
So search at From the Mid Pod, just like it sounds, or check us out everywhere you can find podcasts.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, if you're in the Western New York area and you are a fan of the green, head on over to Peace, Love, and Bud at 320 South Transit Road in Lockport, New York. Tell them BFYTW sent you. Maybe they'll hook you up.
Hey man, welcome back. It's time for game 3. Game 3 is going to be 4 out of 5 dentists.
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah, I like this one.
So this will be interesting. I've got 5 surveys asking questions like, what percentage of Americans believe in ghosts? And one player is going to guess the exact percentage. Usually when we have 2 players or 2 teams,
100%.
One player guesses the exact percentage, and the other person goes high or low. And if they're wrong, the player who guessed the exact percentage wins the point.
Yeah.
However, because there's 3 of you, we're going to do things slightly differently.
Okay.
One player is going to guess the exact percentage. The next player in line will guess high or low. If the player who guessed the exact percentage is within 10 points up or down, so a 20-point spread basically,
Okay.
They'll get a point.
Okay.
The player who guessed high or low will get a point if they're right. The player who didn't get to guess will get a point if they're wrong.
Oh.
And if the player who guesses the exact percentage gets it exactly right, nobody else gets any points.
Awesome. Hell yeah. Dude, that's so cool.
So there's going to be points flying around. Let's see. Jabbo, you lost last game, so I'm going to give you the choice. Do you want to guess the exact percentage first? Would you rather guess high or low first, or do you want to guess neither?
I'll do the exact percentage first.
You'll do the exact percentage first. Cool. All right. In that case, Jabbo, here is our first survey. According to... No, it just disappeared on me.
That place.
Let's try it again.
To this article that decided to disappear.
Facebook's website sucks.
Yep.
According to an April 2025 YouGov poll, what percentage of American adults say that their job makes a meaningful contribution to the world? What percentage of Americans believe that their job makes a meaningful contribution to the world?
I'd say 32%.
32%.
Good number. Good number.
Augie,
great.
you are next in line, so you get to choose. Is it higher or lower than 32%?
That is a good percentage.
Right? Fucker. God damn, Jabbo came swinging right out the gates this time.
Damn.
Yeah, the guy that has lost everything except the first one on accident.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna say lower, but not by much. By like a percentage point.
In that case, Stevie, you will score if it's higher. The actual percentage of American adults who say that their job makes a meaningful contribution to the world, brace yourselves.
Yeah.
62%.
Those motherfuckers are lying to themselves.
I was going like, no, they're trying to talk themselves into it.
Nigga, we don't need you to run Family Dollar. I'm not hating, but calm your punk ass down, Janet.
So Jabbo is 30 points out, does not score. Augie is wrong and does not score, but Stevie gets a point. Well done, Stevie.
Cool. I didn't have to do anything.
You didn't do anything and you got a point.
This game's amazing.
Like, don't get me wrong. I worked retail during COVID, but trust me, it did not feel like I needed to be there.
Man, fuck.
I definitely don't feel like my job makes a meaningful contribution to the world.
I was an air traffic controller for fucking 20 years, and there's like spans of that time. I was like, I'm here for no reason.
All right, let's move on to our second poll. And Augie, this time you'll choose the exact percentage. According to a March 2025 YouGov poll, what percentage of American adults say they are very concerned about AI being used to produce misleading audio or video deepfakes? Now, let's be clear. The choices were very concerned, a little concerned, not concerned at all.
Okay. Okay, so it's not going to be the number I'm thinking then. It's probably going to be closer to like 53%.
53%, says Augie.
Yeah.
All right. Stevie, do you think the actual percentage is higher or lower than 53%?
I know, I basically do it at 50-50, but...
Yeah, I know. They're actually concerned about... What was their answer? I forgot.
Very concerned.
Very concerned?
53% is what Augie said. Said we're very concerned.
I'm going to say higher.
He says higher.
Yeah.
All right. Then Jabbo will score if it's actually lower. The actual percentage of American adults who say they are very concerned about AI being used to produce misleading audio or video deepfakes, 58%.
Oh.
Augie was really close, but it is higher.
Wow.
So Augie scores a point and Stevie scores a point. Sadly, nothing for Jabbo this time around.
Damn.
That's good. That's okay. I figured it'd be higher than that.
That was really close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. Considering it was the highest
I was thinking
option.
like it's close to like 68.
Not quite, but you were damn close. All right, so Stevie, it's your turn to pick the exact percentage, and Jabbo, you'll pick higher or lower. In a February 2025 YouGov poll on the popularity of historical periods, this just tickled my funny bone. What percentage of Americans say they dislike the Dark Ages?
Everybody loves it.
The Dark Ages, they were the best time.
Like, who doesn't love
There
the
is
Dark
no better time than the Dark Ages. You know?
I do enjoy that stuff though. So like me, I'd be like, I enjoy it. I'd be one of the
If
people
you
like,
were
yeah.
a plague doctor, you had it made.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So which percentage of Americans you said?
What percentage of Americans said they dislike the Dark Ages?
42.
42, says Stevie.
Yeah, I think most people like it because horses and armor and knights and shit.
All right.
Chivalry.
Oh, because
Jabbo
they
is
associated with medieval.
Is the actual percentage higher or lower than 42%?
Oh, that's lower.
Yeah.
That's way lower. I have swords.
So do I.
Okay.
No, there's
I get it. Yeah.
There's 2 swords on the floor right now. I'm not even kidding. At any point in time, if you want me to go Spartacus, I can do
I
that
have, like-
shit like in
I have like
seconds.
6 in my closet. Stevie said 52% and Jabbo says lower. Or
I said
sorry,
42.
said 42, sorry.
Yeah, I had to
Jabbo
think about that
said
too.
lower.
It's okay.
So the actual percentage, I just accidentally said it, is 52%. Stevie is within the 10-point spread and gets a point, but Jabbo was wrong, which means Augie gets the point
Sorry,
instead.
Jim.
Bastard.
Close.
Honestly, 52% of people, 52% of people saying they dislike the Dark Ages seemed insane. But
Suck.
Just the fact they ran a survey, which periods do you like? People said, I dislike the Dark Ages.
My menstrual period. I hate that one.
All right, 3 surveys down. There's still time for Jabbo to catch up. We got 2 surveys left. According to a March 2025 YouGov survey, and Jabbo, you'll give the exact percentage this time, what percentage of American adults say that if they were single and dating, they would be not at all willing to date someone who held the opposite views on transgender rights?
Oh, God.
Wow.
What percentage of Americans say if they were single and dating, they would be not at all willing to date someone who held the opposite views on transgender rights? Now, to be clear and fair, the options were not at all, slightly, willing, totally willing.
And our answer was what?
For this one, it's not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not even willing to entertain the thought.
Yeah, but there are other options that they had to choose from, so just keep that in mind when you choose your...
Yes. Jabbo, what do you think?
27%.
27% said they were not at all willing to date someone who held the opposite views on transgender rights. Augie, is it higher or lower than 27%?
I'm thinking it's higher.
I think it's higher. All right, Stevie, you will win if it's lower. The actual percentage of American adults who said that if they were single and dating, they would be not at all willing to date someone who held the opposite views on transgender rights, 44%.
Yeah, damn.
Just outside Jabbo's 10-point reach, so he doesn't get anything, but Augie is correct and scores a point.
Damn.
All right, last chance, and sadly, Jabbo, you have no say in this whatsoever. Augie's going to pick the percentage, and Stevie's going to pick higher or lower.
I'll try to get you a point somehow.
I'm good. I'm good either way.
We'll try to figure it out.
I've had one W on the show. That was all I was chasing.
Hey, sometimes that one is more than what you can get. So
Yeah.
I've had none plenty of times.
That's okay. CJ even finally won an episode. Took him a lot longer than you.
A year.
High five to that fucking guy.
He's finally on that board. We should make a board now. now that we did it.
Oh, just keep the actual stats of everybody who's been on our show.
Yeah, but starting now, so we have to win again. Like Jabbo could be the first one.
Oh, there you go. Start me out with that healthy goose egg.
We actually put zeros next to everybody else's name and make them feel bad.
Oh my god.
We'll put it right here behind the odd. We'll move PFY somewhere else. Put the score right there.
Just have it somewhere.
You people want equality. Here's your zero right next to everyone else's asshole.
So fucked up.
Augie, our last survey. According to a Q1 2025 YouGov survey, and you will find this familiar, what percentage of American millennials admitted they had never heard of the Gucci brand? What percentage of American millennials said they've never heard of Gucci?
Which one's the millennial? Is that us?
I think you and I are technically Zennials.
Oh.
Augie might fit into the millennial.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
91.
all
I don't know.
me.
I'm thinking this one is sounding like 46.
46% of American millennials said they've never heard of Gucci. Stevie, do you think it's higher or lower than 46?
I'm going to assume it's lower just based on TikTok.
Okay. Well, the exact percentage of American millennials who said they've never heard of Gucci is 11%, which means Stevie is right and scores a point, which sadly means Jabbo still gets nothing.
Oh, damn it. I fucked it up.
So at the
Way to
end,
go on that hookup there, Stevie.
Sorry. I started thinking numbers, man. Sorry. It's going out. I just answered it.
he just immediately went for it.
Just answered
I
it.
basically gave it to him.
Yeah. So,
It said higher.
at the end of that game, Jabbo has 0 points. Augie has 3 and Stevie has 4, which means Stevie wins the game and gets 3 episode points.
Nice.
And with a score of 1 to 2 to 5, Stevie has won this episode.
I think that's the most points I've ever had in a single day ever in this
That's
show.
false. That's completely
That's
false.
crazy.
That is absolutely
5? No,
false.
that's
You've absolutely run the gamut and gotten 6 several
No.
times.
You've gotten into
Augie's aced it a few times.
He said cut that. I'm so
Nobody's
humble
ever gotten into
bullshit.
double figures.
I'm pretty sure that happened.
There is a
once.
maximum total of points of 6 on this show. You cannot get into double figures.
I'm pretty sure we did when it was just you and me.
Oh, I see. When you guys made up your own rules.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Crushed it.
Whatever.
We set records that day.
Or maybe I'm lying. I don't know.
Go back and listen to find out.
Yeah.
There's only 270 something episodes.
It'll take you no time at all to get
You
caught
got
up.
it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Prove me wrong. I dare you.
Clip it, bitch. Clip it.
Jabbo, thanks so much for coming, man. It's always a blast to have you.
Anytime. Thanks, man. I always love hanging out with y'all.
Hell yeah.
Besides, I supply that loss so easily.
Listen, it's not about the points. It's not about the winning or losing. It's all
Yeah,
about
I
the
know.
fun we're having together.
I'm good.
So, speaking of fun, can you please shout out everything you're working on?
I have nothing
Rumpus,
going on in
Ruckus
my
Juice,
life.
whatever.
I
Do it all.
I have nothing going on in my life. No, it's weird because most everything is art these days. So I guess I'll probably start showing some more of that shit on Twitter, like all the stuff that I've been making. Because for everybody in the universe who doesn't know, I'm just kind of like getting back into podcasting and art and stuff. I don't know. I still don't fully know exactly what happened, but I tore like every ligament in the universe in my left foot.
Oh no!
So this happened in November, and I'm still swole as fuck now. Not like hugely horribly swollen. I'm off of crutches, but like getting an appointment at the VA at certain times is like one of the most difficult things on the fucking planet.
Jesus.
Yeah, so we're getting through that. Like I'm walking and moving. It stopped me somewhat, but during a point in time, like I was upstairs I think I lived on the floor for like 3.5 months. I couldn't stand. But Wednesdays, Proper Rumpus is still doing its thing, dropping Ruckus Juice. Like I said, Igo is amazing. I love that dude. I'm doing some changing and shifting to Scene in 15. It was a Thursday show. I'm moving it to a Friday show, and I'm doing a series right now. I was all touchy and pissy about the whole Amazon being in control of the James Bond IP. Like I wanted to scream. So I went and I'm currently doing a series, like a replacement of British spy kind of movies that you can check out that aren't James Bond. So I've covered like The Three Kingsmen, Argyle, surprisingly fucking The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Fucking love that movie. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, other than that in art, but we're gonna keep it to Fridays and Wednesdays right now for the Proper Rumpus podcast releases, but I'll be working on a lot of art stuff that should pop up on Twitter. So
very cool.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited, man, for the summer projects.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's just I'm just happy to be back to working, man, really, because like not all my equipment was downstairs, and then I didn't want to half-ass stuff, and like there's a whole mental thing that you go through of being able to do everything all the time, like to just a small piece of it. Like I couldn't cook, I couldn't prepare food. Like Nishan's still leaving to go to work. Like I'm still watching the 3-year-old, and then like one of the kids got the flu. So like literally I can't do anything. So I'm having to DoorDash food every single day.
Oh man.
Crawl from the upstairs to the downstairs on my ass, put her food in front of her door, put my food on my lap, and then like back myself up the stairs to get food to me and the 3-year-old. I had to do that for like 2 weeks. It was like insane. I did that until like Christmas break and all this kind of shit. But no, like just being back to being working, man. So I'm absolutely looking forward to the projects that we got floating.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm happy to hear you're on the mend for sure.
Thank you.
Man. That's going to be it from us. You can follow me online, various places at Pantsless Aaron. You can follow Stevie at
Midnight Smoke.
You can follow Augie at
Augie Doggy 08.
You can follow the show at BFYTW Podcast. You can follow my brother, Kerosene Letter. He did our music for this and most other episodes of the show. Doctor. And if you want to check us out, go to bfytwpod.com. Check out all the cool things we're doing. If you want to leave a voicemail like our buddy Bill, you can always go to the Contact Us section of our website. There's a widget on there. It allows you to make a 90-second voicemail call. You can do it right from your phone. It's absolutely fantastic. And we always love hearing from people, especially people who enjoyed my book. So thank you, Bill. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But yes, what I did to Jamie is wrong.
Fucking goddamn it. I gotta read this soon. Soon, I'm going to.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, and I want to thank all of our lovely Patreons who have kept us going. You can check that out at patreon.com/BFYTW. You can always follow for free. We give away stuff just for free, just for following us on Patreon. It costs nothing. However, if you do want to financially support the show, you get access to all of the extra stuff that we've done for our Patreons, which is a truckload at this point. There's a lot of stuff there, so you'll have plenty of time going through it. I'm sure you'll have a great time. There's a lot of funny stuff we cut out of the shows that winds up in there. It's fantastic. But for now, I want to say thank you to our current subscribers: Crystal D, M Blade, Crunchy, William S, that's Bill, Casey S, The Gate Leapers, Jeremy F, Aaron S, David M, Bridget from Long Island, David A, Kristen F, Justin B, Colin M, Mexican, Jeffrey S, and our newest subscriber, Gina W. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
guys.
supporting the show and continuing to let us make it bigger and better and letting us do cooler and cooler things. But that is going to be it from us. Why? Because fuck you. That's why.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.